What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we'll be taking a look at Breakaway, the collaboration figure between Team USA and Transformers and Hasbro for the upcoming FIFA World Cup. Let's jump into this. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get Breakaway out of his packaging and get a closer look at him. So this is going to be an interesting box to open. Alright, now that we have Breakaway out of his packaging, let's take a see what he comes with. So he comes with a tiny soccer ball or football, whatever you prefer to call it. A extra piece here that actually is going to snap into his back, and it will be used as part of his transformation later on. And then he comes with a stand, which has multiple purposes with it. So it can be used for him to stand as is on it, with a couple what appear to be smaller than 5mm. I want to say those are probably 3 or 4mm. Actually, let me grab my calipers and we'll take a look. Alright, so now I got the calipers out. So they are actually closer to 3mm ports. So there you go. But he can stand on those pegs and be displayed similarly like a statue. Or when we transform and get him into ball mode, we can see how he looks. One thing I did see in the instructions that I thought was really neat, because I'm of the mindset this accessory, while cool, is going to be lost quite easily. So, as I throw it across the way, once you're able to get the ball open, you'll notice it has a little peg right there and can actually plug in to the underside of the stand as storage, which I absolutely freaking love, because I love great storage, similar to, and let's bring them in here, to the NFL collaborations, where the football accessory stores in the chin strap. Let me go ahead and get this guy transformed, Steel Smash, and we'll do a little size comparison real quick. Before I jump into comparisons with Steel Smash, let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation of Breakaway. So, his arms can do a full 360. They can go up that high. They go forward, go back. And I got the kibble shield. I'm going to set off to the side right now. The elbows have a decent 90-degree bend. He's got an upper thigh, bicep swivel, and he's got wrist swivels. He's got an insane ankle pivot. His toe can go forward, go back. Well, looks like you can actually bring out the back heels. I didn't notice that earlier. To actually make it even more stable. The legs, he can get into some interesting poses there. He's got an ab crunch. Legs can go forward, go back, go out to the side. He's got a pretty solid 90-degree knee bend. He has got an upper thigh swivel. Because of the engineering, he does not have any calf swivels, but he's got a crazy ankle pivot, and his knee pads are articulated. Most likely due to transformation, but something to get you a little extra movement there. And you saw it there by accident, but he's got a solid ab crunch. Only forward, though. Back, it stops. He's got extra couple millimeter points on his foot to actually put the soccer ball there. So if you want to make it look like he's dribbling the ball down the pitch, you can. Now, let's go ahead and jump into the figure comparisons with one of the other sports collaborations that Hasbro has done recently, and that is with the Pittsburgh Steelers and Steel Smash. So, I can tell almost immediately that these guys share a lot of engineering. Now, these are both essentially shell formers, basically figures that ball up and their shells are all around them. Now, it looks like they share similar engineering in the elbows, and how the waist actually collapse down as part of the transformation. And they both use the 3mm ports all over the figures to be able to hold the accessories. So realistically, Steel Smash should be able, and he can, hold the soccer ball. But let's go ahead and get these guys into their alternate modes so we can see how they compare that way. And here we have Breakaway in his alternate mode. And he compacts amazingly. Similar to how Steel Smash compacts and folds up into the helmet, Breakaway pulls a lot of the same tricks. How the legs are double jointed and can squish up into themselves. Now, a couple of things that Breakaway does differently, because it is a smaller footprint than a helmet. Let me bring it over here, because it doesn't help that you guys can't see it off screen. So, Breakaway has an extra panel that sits on his back, similarly to how the face mask on the helmet sits on Steel Smash's back. This one actually allows for it to be completely enclosed into a ball. So we're essentially taking all this aspects of the similar transformer off and completely enclosing it all the way around. So at that point, you'd get a very similar sized package. Now, again, one of the great things we do get with Breakaway is a ball stand. So you can have it displayed with Team USA, with the Autobot logo, and as I mentioned earlier, you have storage for the soccer ball. I'm a sucker for logical storage on a figure, and to me, that just makes sense. So now you have a really great soccer ball display, and then it'll probably sit on my desk similar to how Steel Smash does, and Steel Smash has sat on my desk since my wife bought them for me. And there we have Breakaway. Overall, a pretty fun figure. He's a shell former, but the transformation's actually really fun. If you're interested in this guy or want to check him out, I know he's been rolling out at Walmart's nationwide. That's where I found him. And I think he's really cool. I actually really enjoyed this figure. I am interested to see what else Hasbro does with these kind of collapsible, like fold in on themselves style figures that we see with Breakaway or Steel Smash or the other NFL collabs. Are we going to see, say, a miniature version of a Primus that transforms into a planet, or a miniature version of a Unicron? I know it sounds odd, but could be something interesting that we might see, or could see, this kind of technology used for. But those are just my first impressions of this figure. I really enjoy him, and I think he's going to stay on my desk for a little while. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.